Welcome back, guys. So in this video, we're going to talk about the NoSetRes flag. So let's just take a quick look, and you can see that NoSetRes is false. And again, like any other Bool type flag, it has the same options as in set true, set false, or toggle. We're actually just going to take a quick look, do an alias on this to see the fully qualified commandlet name is set BlueGenie NoSetRes, and here we're actually just going to do a quick walk to do the walkthrough on it. So walk NoSetRes, and here it just tells you it's an add-on for the BlueGenie console. It's there to set NoRes is a value to update the frame of the console. So this is very cosmetic. What this does is the command console by default has a certain size, which is much smaller than the viewing parameters that are needed to make BlueGenie's input and output content clean, right? So the items get bundled up, they get grouped together, text moves to secondary lines. And it makes it a little bit harder to read. So by default, the no set or the set resolution action is set when BlueGenie executes. NoSetRes tells it not to change the output, the console parameters. It just leave them the way they are, and that usually is for either a headless unit, so you know that there is going to be no output, and you don't want to try to change something that doesn't exist, and or you're in a specific process, like another instance of PowerShell, and the frame is already set, it's not going to reset, that kind of thing. So again, it's very cosmetic. Most of the time you're probably not going to use this option, but just to give the results on what it can do. So here we're just gonna set the flag in this instance just to show that that works. So we're gonna do the NoSetRes. We can see again the flag was set and the flag is set to true. If we rerun that same flag, it's set to false, so the toggle is definitely working. And then you run settings again and you can see that it's false. And in this instance, we're just going to check out the parameter values. So NoSetRes, and then here we're going to type in hyphen, and then we're going to see the options, right? So we can see set true, set false, walk through, and then verbose, debug. So those are all the commandlet binding options as well. So we will do set true in this instance. We run it, it says set true. And then now if we do a settings, you can see that the option for set NoSetRes is enabled. With that said, I want to show that off, and we can do that by starting up another version of PowerShell. Another version of BlueGenie, but external to this instance, since this one's in Posh itself. So we're actually going to do a BlueGenie.exe, and we're going to do a help just to show off the help menu again. So this is at the CLI level. Here you can see that there is an option that says either /NOS or /NoSetRes, which will allow the do not update the frame of the console, OS default command prompt size. So in this instance, we're actually going to just do a start on BlueGenie.exe. And we're going to do an argument list, and this we're going to actually send NOS, right? So /NOS means don't update the console. So it comes up in a smaller window, and you could see based on the difference in size, the normal size is here, but you could see the Posh version behind it still is extended quite a bit. If you scroll up just a hair, you could see that the items were moved from their primary line to the secondary line. So a lot of these things will start getting pushed upon, right? So they get grouped together, text gets misaligned. So if you did a BG get help, you could see that all of the help items now with their padding they start getting, it makes it much harder to read, right? Your left to right is definitely askew at this point. So here, we're going to quit that, exit this, and then we're going to rerun that same option, but this time we're just going to run start BlueGenie. And you can see this time the console is still at a smaller size, but give it a second on load time and it just auto updated the frame. That frame is now, everything is aligned correctly. So that's what happens by default if you don't set the NoSetRes flag. So this is automatically updated, and obviously this is for interactive processing. Obviously you want to see it in a different way. Makes it easier to read, so this format is much easier to understand. And of course we'll do another BG help, and you can see how everything is much cleaner to read, right? Everything's on its own line, everything is broken up correctly. It's much nicer to look at and filter through. So that's it for the NoSetRes flag. Thank you for joining, and I hope to catch you guys in the next video.